Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mobile Esports Arena for Vainglory. For this month of August, I'm Nomad.
And alongside Nomad is Yuko.
And this is the first time we're doing this tandem together. How are you feeling right now?
I'm actually happy because I've been hearing a lot of good feedbacks about how you cast. So you have great analysis, and Vainglory-wise, I was told he's a really good caster. So I'm curious.
I am honored to hear those words, but you know, not everyone's.
You're too humble, man.
Yeah, of course you have to be humble, but yeah, this is organized by Brent Pro, and we are all over the internet here. You can like us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/Mobile Esports Arena. YouTube.com/MeSA Official. Of course, we are live on Twitch at twitch.tv/MeSA Official. So you can just go ahead and
share the link.
Share the links. Follow us on social media.
Watch this fun stream.
Indeed, watch the fun stream. But what we have for you today is the first match of the day. It's going to be between Noiisy Boys and ELITE8, and we're just waiting for the teams to actually get ready here. I'm still inviting them.
So there are actually a lot of new champions in the game. So what are your thoughts about them? Like which lane could they go, or how will each champion be very, very useful in their laning or in every team?
Well, in Vainglory, since this is now 5v5, there are a lot of things that people will be experimenting with. Like, it's not the usual back in the Halcyon fold, where it's there's just one lane, one jungle. Every champion would actually go for, you know, the rotations. Everyone will try to experiment with all the rotation, especially since there are a lot of people. There are now a lot of champions. There would be a lot of variety in how these teams would play, and of course, ELITE8 will be one of those guys that we will witness today. And these guys, I would say, are veterans in the game, because last year they were in the Vainglory World Championships. Of course, we have Official Hein and Hun Jaegers, who were part of the three-man lineup during the World Championships. They, if I'm not mistaken, they actually finished 9 to 12, if I'm not mistaken. But during the Vainglory spring split, during Vainglory, the Southeast Asia Vainglory 8 spring split, they were placing in third, and during the spring championship, they placed in first place. So that would mean they would have all of the strategies they need. Like, they already have the game sense here.
So basically, you have your eye on them, and you're just really excited and curious about what they'll do and what they'll show us in this first game.
I am very excited to see how they are gonna go.
All right. Again, promotion for Zenfone Max Pro. Zenfro. If you need a phone for gaming, get this. It's really good. I actually checked it out last week, and I'm actually planning to buy one next week.
Wow.
For reals though, because like I need a new gaming phone. Promotions work on me, man.
Yeah, well, if you want to experience the fastest gaming yet, it's this phone. It's this phone right here, the Zen phone. But yeah, we are just going to finalize the teams here real quick.
Just doing a quick matchups, and gonna do a bit of switcheroo, just so all the viewers here will be able to watch them properly and with ease. So, one of the things that I actually got excited or appreciated about Vainglory during my early days as a player would be the win percentage of a team actually depends on team plays. It's not like, example, if you dominate the top lane, you'll be okay. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that, unlike all the other games out there. I'm not just gonna mention, but there's still a chance of people snowballing through the game. It's just a matter of how you control. It's how you manage the snowball that the enemy guys are going for. Now, right now, regarding the bans and pick, Noiisy Boys have banned Silvernail. Scarf has been banned here by ELITE8. So they're still thinking about the bans here.
I think these are just typical bans since you don't want early advantage, you don't want a huge snowball effect, you don't want anyone dominating their lane in the early times of the game. So I think they're probably gonna go with the spike at the mid part of the game or the late, or they're just gonna clean out all the champions with early advantage and cut the game or have the advantage at the early part.
And there you go. An Anka has been banned onto the side of Noisy Boys, a Fortress, and I'm sorry, it's a Grump Jaw. I thought it was a Scarf. They look the same.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens.
It happens.
Know?
But yeah, those are the bans. And regarding the picks here, a Catherine pick is almost going to be picked here by ELITE8.
Catherine actually has a 56.36% win rate. Of course, it depends on how you'll play the game, right? But like, there's actually a lot of top builds for her. Like example, that would be a Storm Crown and Travel Boots and maybe Crucible and Coat of Plates and so on. It goes with the player, but those are the usual builds.
And of course, Kinetic is an excellent mid laner. Somebody that you'll really have to look out for. You don't really want them to start going online early on in the game. You need to try to extend the game a bit more for you to at least keep up with the power spike that Kinetic has. And now we see a Finn pick by Noisy Boys. Of course, a Catherine.
I'm actually trying to like get a feel of what kind of lineup will they have, but I don't. Do you have any idea? Like I can't feel the plan they have yet. Like they're surprising me or something.
You know, I'll be completely honest. The lineups, like how the meta plays right now, I am no longer familiar with it because most of the time I just play pubs. I don't play ranked at all. See what tentative pick here because a Catherine and Celeste, that's a good combo on its own because Catherine can go in for the stun. Celeste will be able to just keep picking off the people that are stunned. Alright, I like where this goes. I'm trying actually picked out Tony there, and a Kestrel has been picked by Uranophobia. Kestrel is one hell of a DPS dealer. There is no other way that we can go there. Tatara is opting to pick an Alpha, and an Alpha, you know, it kind of gets annoying because of that passive where as soon as Alpha dies, she respawns basically after she dies. So it's
irritating.
It's irritating, and she has a lot of burst potential. So that's one of the heroes that one of the champions they would actually opt to try to eliminate first, but at the same time, if they fail to eliminate her on time, she's just going to be a pain in the back for ELITE8.
Tables will be quickly turned.
The tables will quickly be turned indeed. And I think we will have a Gwen pick.
Gwen! She's actually one of the champions that I actually like playing in my early days, but like after a while I don't think I'm good enough for this, but you know, I'll try.
Yeah, you'll try, but you know, maybe we can put some games down the line after, like, well, you know, in between the breaks. And yeah, we will finally start our first game of the series. It's between Noisy Boys and ELITE8
Esports. Had to say the Esports.
I've had to say the Esports because it is part of their name. Yeah,
lineup wise, of course, both teams have an amazing lineup, but which do you think is better than the other, even by a bit, or are they just even?
Early game, I'd say ELITE8 would have the advantage here. But as soon as the game starts dragging along towards the mid or the late game, that is when
Noisy Boys.
That's when Noisy Boys will actually start kicking up.
So you could see that ELITE8 is opting for a early finish, because the moment the game drags too long, Noisy Boys will be able to catch up, and things might get a little complicated.
Yeah.
And this again, guys, this is the first game for today. Whew. I'm actually curious and happy.
Actually
and
excited to see what's going to happen here. So we often see this a lot with a lot of teams just opting to just go straight into the middle lane, try to stop anybody from pushing into the enemy jungle so that they could, you know, get additional gold, get additional farm. And you see here, it's a 4v2 lane here over at mid, while the others are just jungling. Catherine here, just lying back, trying to wait for other people to start invading. Or the Orb Guardians have spawned, and this is when they will start spreading out, so to speak. ELITE8 actually making their way over to the side of Noiisy Boys, and Noiisy Boys on the other side are invading the jungle. So it's anybody's game here during the start of the game.
Of course.
It's just the laning phase, but it's just a matter of how well are they going to be able to sustain their lane. Because right now, here over at mid, Finn will have a hard time dealing with these two guys over at mid. But at the same time, they need to also be wary of where the rotations are coming from. That's where these little things come in handy. These cameras, these small cameras that help you get vision in your map.
Small cameras in your map. Okay, so you can see in the mid that it's 2-on-2. Finally got assist. Catherine, though, I think left her hiding spot. Yeah, time to farm, man. Since Catherine...
It's time to farm, but Uranophobia is going to fall. The first blood is going to the hands of Noiisy Boys, and will they be able to follow it up with a second kill onto Hunt Jaegers? Hunt Jaegers is trying to fight so bad here. Actually deals a lot of damage onto It's Yo Bro, Daniel GP as well. They're just going to fall back and just going to start laning, so to speak.
I think this early into the game, I don't think anyone should overextend for now, because like sometimes in the game when you overextend, it's a high risk, high reward. However, if they do extend this early, it's kind of sure that they're gonna fail. So if you're alone and you think that the person or your person you're with is low health, don't try. Just know.
Yeah, you really don't want to overextend your lane. You don't want to give out early kills and early farm towards your opponent. That's something that you really don't want to happen.
Especially since you did say that ELITE8's lineup gives more focus on the early game.
Yeah, and that's why they are trying to go for the rotations as much as possible. And it looks like they are trying to get a pick onto the Crystal Trent here over to the side of Noiisy Boys. And will they be able to secure a kill here? That's a question. They were able to get the Crystal Trent, and I think this is going to be the doom for Noiisy Boys. It's Yo Bro goes down, and as well as Daniel GP. That is going to be a kill that they do not need to have. And the eyes on right now, actually, for Satara. A lot of things actually happening all over the map. Alpha here, I Am Try, is running away from Mr. Lightgun, and Hunt Jaegers. Bombardier is trying to find him back. I Am Try will have the passive, will be able to regen, but will fall down. Bombardier is now on his own in a 3v1 situation. He is going to be forced to run away. He is stunned. He is just hiding underneath the tower, and that's going to be enough for ELITE8 to back off.
Nice response from Bombardier. However, he's level 3 and he's up against like level 4, so too bad though. I think if another player were able to respond, they could have taken down those two. Like now,
all that thought though. Yeah, this is going to be an engagement over the bottom jungle here. Noiisy Boys did not win that engagement at all, but instead ELITE8 are winning. They are able to kill down I Am Try. It's Yo Bro falls down. It's just GP. Daniel GP on his own, and he's gonna fall down as well. And this is what I'm talking about. ELITE8 has the advantage in the early game, and if they keep this up, they will eventually be able to convert this. But at the same time, Noiisy Boys, they just need to play it safe, try to drag the game as long as possible.
Remember how Noiisy Boys got like the first kill? However, ELITE8 followed it up with 7 kills. Like, dang!
Yeah, talk about conversion, right? And they are able to convert the kills quite easily.
Rotation, yeah. Very good rotation. So, nothing much. Just still with the usual rotations, farming, trying to wait for your enemy to make a mistake and then take him down.
And I think this is going to be another engagement here over at the enemy jungle here at ELITE8. Uranophobia is actually dropping pretty low. I Am Try is actually being forced back here. All of a sudden, the gank that Noiisy Boys tried to do is turning around. ELITE8 is able to secure the kill, but so far it is a 1v1 trade. Hun Jaegers is dropping pretty low here. Able to do the kites. Not quite as effective. Mr. Like God actually falls down. Everybody falls down.
Everybody falls down.
But this is also an engagement over the top lane as well. They're trying to pick off Satara over there.
Barely didn't, so
Hun Jaeger with just 200 HP makes it out. Barely makes it.
Barely makes it out. Actually thought he was gonna, but then again he was safe, so that's okay. You're right though. ELITE8's early game spike is really something that Noiisy Boys would want to watch out for. I'm actually thinking of a strategy Noiisy Boys would do just so they can extend the game further. Like they should focus more on their rotations. Like I'm not saying they should avoid where ELITE8 should be. However, they could try to minimize the possible ganks or team fights. Just so they'll have the advantage in the mid game.
And try to not get picked off, just like Satara over there, dropping pretty low. He's going to be forced to hang back behind the tower, and he will be harassed, but as that happens, Catherine actually falls down. Mr. Like God falls down over there at the mid lane, actually. So right now, what ELITE8 is doing is they're trying to just provide pressure all across the maps, because right now they were able to take the top tower over here. They're now eyeing their sights over at the middle tower as well. The more towers you lose, the more control you won't have over your jungle, and that's pretty scary, especially with the ELITE8 lineup where they can just rotate all across the map. Oh, Catherine's actually sandwiched here.
I Am Try is very slow.
I Am Try is very low, doesn't opt to go for the kill there, but at the same time there is an engagement here over at the middle lane. Uranophobia trying to run away here, trying to deal as much damage as they can. Official Hein on that Celeste will try to keep dealing damage here. I Am Try will be forced out. It's your bro dropping pretty low. ELITE8 on the other hand is actually looking pretty bad here, but they are able to kill two guys off of the side of Noiisy Boys. It's your bro and I Am Try are down, and they are going in for the chase onto Daniel GP, and Daniel GP will go down.
Very nice response from Mr. Like God. I actually had my eyes on him the entire clash. So like the moment he joined that fight, because they were able to pick 2 kills and then at the same time follow it up with another.
It's just the follow-ups that they are really doing good. Like they convert a kill. Look at this Gwen, just dealing damage on the turret. Don't mind me.
Don't mind me. I'm just doing my thing. I'm just doing what my team planned.
Yeah, it's just that ELITE8, they are gunning for objectives, and right now, Noiisy Boys, they are having a hard time just trying to stay alive because they are so underleveled. If they're underleveled, they won't have enough farm. If they don't have enough farm, they won't be able to at least come out of the jungle. But right now, they're trying to get Gwen here, but Gwen with the lifesteal just doing a lot of damage and regenning their life. Will they be able to actually take down Finn there? And that will happen. It's your bro will go down. Satara will be teleporting out of there. Doesn't want to deal with any of that at all. Bombardier, though, will not be able to see the end of the day here, but I think that is what's going to happen. They will be alive.
Nice
a couple of turrets have been converted on the top and onto the bottom side. Alpha just doing his job, going in for the objectives and just going in for the objectives.
I was actually looking at their levels every time Team Clash would happen, and one of the things I kind of noticed was Noiisy Boys, you're right, Noiisy Boys is left behind when it comes to the levels. So what they could do is either 2 or 3 champions on one lane just so they can farm, and they can pick just one champion each for ELITE8. just to get that EXP and to be able to reach their level. And once they're at par or at least above ELITE8, they can be the one to actually initiate a fight.
Oh, here we go. And speaking of initiation here, Mr. Lightgut actually went in for the stun there onto Bombardier, but will not be able to follow through. They will actually be able to connect it. Bombardier goes down. I'm trying dropping pretty low. Alpha, you really don't want Alpha to fall down early on into the clash, and we are seeing a response here onto the side of Noiisy Boys. They will be going in for the kill here. Will they be able to convert it though? That is a question. Noiisy Boys going in for the clash. Alpha diving in, trying to chase after Celeste there. Official Hein will be able to stay alive. Mortal Wound has been applied. Daniel GP dropping pretty low. He will be able to barely get out. Official Hein and Mr. Light God, they're trying to live as much as possible. Mr. Light God, though, and Official Hein are just doing work. They are converting the kills there. Ein try Daniel GP, and it's yo, bro. They fall down, and they will be able to convert this into a turret.
That was really fast. Like earlier I was looking at the Rhinophobia, and like I like how his hooks are on point. Like the first kill was because he was able to hook the champion and pull it towards them. With the fallout from his two teammates, secured the first kill, and then everything just followed.
And as soon as everything followed, everything just starts running smoothly here. And ELITE8, they are no strangers to things running smoothly for them. And of course, the Ghost Wing has landed. This is an important objective,
yes,
for both of these teams. If Noiisy Boys would be able to secure the Ghost Wing, they would at least have
a fighting chance.
Has a fighting chance to have 1 or 2 turrets converted. That would be a big deal, to be honest, because they would be ELITE8 would be forced into engagements that they would not prefer. I mean, sure, they will be defending their turrets, but they will be out of position because Noiisy Boys will be on the offensive.
That is true. And now Noiisy Boys are together. They're able to get 1 kill earlier. So let's see how far will they get with that plan. 8, 10, and 11, 10. I think, yeah. Noiisy Boys can initiate a team fight now since level-wise they are okay. But however, you can see that objectives first. Yeah, that's good. They're capturing it.
Yeah, they just lack the objectives. I mean, sure, they were able to connect with the turret conversion over the top, but the Ghost Wing, that is a huge objective. And we see the Ghost Wing right here landing over the middle lane, and we'll start pushing. We'll deal a lot of damage, and speaking of a lot of damage, this is a lot of damage that is being dealt to Noiisy Boys. That Celeste ult, though, is going to connect. Everybody is just going to fall down.
I have no words for that damage, man. That was just wow.
The burst damage is just there, and I guess it's safe to say that it's going to be GG. But at the same time, this is actually going to be a split push here. Trying to go for the base race, but Catherine just doing a good job. Just doing a good job defending that push, and this will be the end of the Vainglory Crystal for Noiisy Boys, and that is going to be it for game number 1 of this series between ELITE8 and Noiisy Boys. What do you have to say about that?
I like how ELITE8 actually, like what you said, they did utilize the early game push and early game advantage. But however, I think Noiisy Boys did have a chance up until like 6-8 minutes. It's just that they weren't able to utilize them. That advantage, they weren't able to snowball. They weren't able to win team fights. I like how they actually secured an objective, but ELITE8 was just too fast to respond.
And ELITE8, they are just the masterminds in terms of sort of just strategizing.
Your face looks so serious right now. Like, what are your thoughts about game 1?
It's just, it's nothing new, so to speak, to expect from ELITE8. It's nothing new. It's really just there.
You kind of saw it coming the moment. That moment. Which moment did you think that they're gonna get this?
As soon as they were able to get like the seven kills straight off the bat, that's just like it. that's it for them. They already secured the game. We are just going to wait for the teams to get ready for game number 2 of this best of 3 series. And of course, once again, I am Nomad. I'm with Yuko. We are live at twitch.tv/MeSA Official. So just make sure you share the stream to your friends. Let everyone know that the Vainglory action is happening. And of course, this is happening all across Southeast Asia. It's happening here, but this is, Southeast Asian teams.
Southeast Asia.
Yeah. We're just waiting for one more guy to connect. But if I'm going to ask you a question, what do you think Noiisy boys need to bounce back into the game?
They could either match the lineup or be more secure on the objectives and have more moments as a team. When I say moments as a team, like two or three people on one lane, they're gonna pick out one champion and one enemy champion, and then just one enemy at a time. Because I think that's what ELITE8 did. Plus, their of course early game damage. So they're just going to have to cut the advantage from ELITE8 and then turn it to their favor.
And as soon as they turn it to their favor, that would be the potential win for them. That's the win condition that Noiisy boys have here in this game. Aside from that, they just need to
just waiting for that one guy.
They're just waiting for that one guy, but they just need to draft smart.
Draft smart how? Like, do you have any champions in mind, or just surprises like that?
Just surprises. I mean, sometimes there are teams where they just strive with how would you say that? They just strive with unorthodox, so to speak, and that's something that's not common, because a lot of people just want to go for the meta, go for the safer plays, but sometimes going in for the exotic picks would make them unexpected, and
that is true.
If you expect the unexpected, you will,
you'll get the unexpected.
You'll get the unexpected, and so on and so forth. That's the conversation there. But of course, if you're going for the exotic plays or the cheese strats, most of the time these teams will be able to counter you really, really bad.
Orthodox picks is it? It is, I mean.
And
for the bans, any thoughts or typical?
It's a typical Razor ban, typical kinetic ban. We are seeing a couple of surprising bans here. We got Silvernail and Anka. They really don't want to get Silvernail online early on. We'll see how ELITE8 is going to work with this lineup.
Do you think they'll still go with the early game push or pull it a little bit backward?
I think ELITE8 would still opt to just try to end the game as fast as possible. And we do see the Tony picker by Official Hein. A potential Catherine pick. There we go. Catherine pick being chosen there by Noiisy boys. Adagio as well. That's just sustain all across the board. Rona. A possible Rona pick.
Should they lock in, or asking all of these questions?
It's too early to tell, to be honest. Yeah, they already went for Rona. And we have the Rage Cage. Mr. Rage Cage himself is now in the game. Arden is one of the first heroes I used in Vainglory. Aside from Ringo. Ringo's like my main. But yeah, an alpha has been picked. And we see that. This Celeste pick is... It's like Noiisy Boys are trying to get rid of Celeste for Official Hind because we all know Official Hind is deadly on that Celeste. And on the side of Noiisy Boys, it's just vintage Vainglory, so to speak. The question is, what will be the final pick for these guys? And Jaeger's trying to look for...
If I'm not mistaken, like one of the high tier builds for Celeste would be Frostburn, Halcyon Chargers, and what was the other one? Spellfire and Broken Myth.
Just gotta have that burst potential, you know.
Swap heroes.
And here we go. This
Swapping
is
heroes.
going to be the final lineup. In the get-go, I could see that ELITE8 really wants to
push.
Bully. They really want to bully Noiisy Boys because
I said bully.
Because their composition is just painful. Really, really painful. Like, they got the Jewel, they got the Sky, that's just burst damage all together. And they got Arden that could contain them in one area. Of course, Rona as well, that will just start jumping in and out of the fights. And Tony as well. Well, he's Tony. He's just going to punch people to oblivion.
So they fly to the oblivion.
Yeah. And Catherine, Adagio, Celeste, Alpha on the side of Noiisy Boys. It's just these guys are just going to play it safe. What I'm reading this is they're just going to play it safe because Adagio will be able to sustain the team. Celeste will be able to just battle from afar. And Catherine will just try to go for the initiations. That's the composition I'm seeing here. But we are here in the second game of the series between Noiisy Boys.
Here we go.
And ELITE8.
I was about to say lazy. Will Noiisy Boys be able to take the win, or will ELITE8 with their burst field and bullying lineup be able to take the second game and secure a permanent win against Noiisy Boys?
Is there such thing as not a permanent win?
I think I mean, like, if you're gonna win but it won't let you advance to the next level, it's not permanent yet.
Yeah, all the minions are gonna spawn in the jungle, and we will see them start stealing the Crystal Trance, try to get some extra gold here. And Jaeger's on that Sky though. Yeah, it's there's really not much we can talk about here early in the game. They're just getting as much farm as they can. But Mr. Lightgod, that is overextending on your part. But good thing you didn't stay in here.
They're just taking a feel on the map again, just, you know, trying to farm and waiting if they'll be able to initiate. Typical early game setting in a Vainglory game.
Yeah, typical. They just really need to play it safe. Especially Noiisy Boys, you really want to play it safe as much as possible. They don't want to give ELITE8 the win here.
That is true. Another advantage could cost them the win.
Yeah, early pickoffs will cost Noiisy Boys the game here. That's something they really want to stray away from, so to speak. Yeah, there's nothing much happening.
Nothing much. Probably because Noiisy Boys doesn't want to risk anything since ELITE8 already won. So they're like, what should we do? We're just gonna play it safer now, and they're just waiting for the queues and everything else. Probably they're just farming and waiting to level up.
Hold up though, this is going to be a costly engagement here for the Noiisy Boys. Daniel GP dropping pretty low, but will be able to survive. Ilock though dropping pretty low. Honey Eagles as well. It's just back and forth here all over at the middle lane. Nobody having the early advantage here. Meanwhile, over the top lane, Mr. Lightgod is just farming to his desires. But hold up though! That's going to be a kill. Celeste falls down. It's your bro. Only one left over the middle lane. That is going to be a costly death for Noiisy Boys.
First blood goes to ELITE8.
I think this is going to be a follow-up? Oh no, it's just going to be a farm here.
Too tanky.
Too tanky. I don't want to deal with you. Most of these guys are tanky. Catherine and Rona. Those guys are not the tankiest chance, but one of the tankiest chance. But over here, it's a 4v2 situation. Not really something you want to go up against ELITE8, but they are.
Run, Mr. Like God, run. Ilok just too low, so might not be able to do much damage, but he can offer support and push those 4 members away. Jaeger's lurking around.
Ilok dropping pretty low. You really don't want Arden to fall back on levels.
Oops, Jaeger's is in a bit of a trouble right now.
Oh no, here we go. Jaeger's is just spraying wildly, dispersing. Trying to force the Noiisy boys back.
I honestly thought someone was gonna be slain there, but you know.
Not gonna happen anytime soon. I mean, still early in the game. There's a 1,000 gold lead for for ELITE8, so it's not much. Everybody's still pretty chill. Just like over here at the top.
1v2 here at the top lane. Mr. Like God did Bombardier, and I am try. Try. Then
hide this game. Not really something you want to happen, especially Celeste that you really want to just win over, so to speak. Celeste needs to win the lane.
I think they're probably, well, obviously they are targeting Celeste just so she won't be scary at the latter part of the game, since they are ganging up against her.
You're getting up against AD. Cloud Walker is going to be forced back. It's your bro in a 1v4 situation. Will be able to survive. Nope. He dies. It's your bro falls down. And I think there's going to be another conversion. Daniel GP. Well, it's not actually going to be a conversion there. Daniel GP just really needs to keep farming. And I think Uranophobia and Official Hind, they have plans here to try to stop Catherine from farming a little bit more.
ELITE8 still has that map advantage towards Noiisy Boys, so they are utilizing that, and Noiisy Boys just don't have the plan to go against it yet.
Oh, this is costly though. Official Hind falls down. Wasn't aware that there was a camera there. He gets spotted and he immediately gets taken out.
And the Ghost Swing has landed. I just had to say that.
Ghost Swing has landed. But this, we're not going to focus on Ghost Swing because right now this is an engagement that Noiisy Boys are actually winning so far.
Nice response from Uranophobia.
It's a 1-for-1 trade so far, but ELITE8, they are just dealing a lot of damage, and this is what I'm talking about. They are able to bully Noiisy Boys' lineup.
Star being alone could be dangerous. Might want to go back.
Might want to go back. See if they'll be able to go back. It's your bro though. Level 4 amongst level 7s and 6s.
That's gonna be difficult.
Well, not level 5. And Catherine though, you are on your own. Uranophobia gets stunned. Hopefully the turret would actually get the aggro, but the Kree is actually gonna get it. Oh, that is going to connect. Bunch of deaths actually happening there over at the middle lane. So one for, it's actually Ezio Bro falling down. It's not a trade, so to speak. But Ezio Bro falling down. Still a lot of kill advantages here for ELITE8. A lot of gold and a lot of experience.
I think you're not actually. I think you're right. They're bullying Noiisy Boys as early as they can, and Celeste just dying over and over. Won't give her team the enough push and pressure that they will need. Here, however, we could see that.
Yeah, this is an engagement over here at the river, and really, Noiisy Boys, they can't do much here. Jaeger kills Adagio and Official Line as well. Takes down Daniel GP there, and we're able to secure the turret here over to the bottom lane. Not really anything Catherine can do here against that Rona, and Bombardier actually dives in towards the turret. He is dropping pretty low. It's your bro. Will be trying to kite them as much as possible. Bombardier actually still lives. It's your bro. Will he live? He actually lives barely, and he gets taken out finally. And ELITE8, they are still just on good form here.
Past 8 minutes into the game, you can see that ELITE8 has 10 kills while Noiisy Boys has only 2 kills. 8 kills is a lot, especially if it's an early game and you're against that composition. So, do you have an idea on what Noiisy Boys could do to be able to at least catch up?
Noiisy Boys need to get online as soon as possible, especially Daniel GP. Daniel GP needs to get the core items up as early as possible, as well as Adagio, because both these guys will be... what's the right word? I forgot. They would be crucial in clashes. Just Daniel GP dealing the damage from afar, Catherine going in for the engagements, and Adagio just trying to sustain them as much as possible. And there we go, the Rage Cage! Arden goes in for the ult. Gauntlet has been summoned. They were able to secure a kill. Noiisy Boys are actually being forced to fall back here. Official Hein just kiting them. And finally, Hunjägers actually falls down. Official Hein dropping pretty low. He is running away. He is trying to kite them as much as possible. It's your bro and Bombardier. They are dropping pretty low. Bombardier is actually diving in. Will they be able to secure Official Hein there? Official Hein still lives. It's your bro is trying to deal as much damage as they can. Ilock will be able to stop that from happening.
Ooh.
Official Hein almost falls down there. Rona actually secures the jungle cure there. Uranophobia will be able to get the Crystal Crystal Trent, I'm sorry. There's a lot of things happening left and right, and everything is favoring ELITE8.
They're all over the map. Like, they're doing something in the mid, then they're doing something in the bot lane and the top. They're just all over the map, and I think that's good because they have this map advantage. Like, ELITE8 won't roam around, but it almost feels like Noiisy Boys is where ELITE8 wants them to be.
It's like they're drawing the line for them. If they go there, but Bombardier actually drops into Official Hein. Nice call going in for Official Hein actually, because Official Hein has been dealing a lot of damage here. Daniel GP dropping pretty low though. Really don't want Celeste to fall down onto the side for Noiisy Boys, and right now they are forcing ELITE8 back here. I think Noiisy Boys finally have their foothold here, but not really much connecting here. Rona is just pushing here over the top lane, and it doesn't matter how many kills you have. If you have the objectives is what you need. Here we see ELITE8 just securing the objectives over the top lane, and I think there's going to be an engagement over at the river. Ilock and Uranophobia are pretty low. Hunjägers is diving in. Will they be able to secure the kill? They are able to secure the kill. They take down Daniel GP, the main damage dealer on the side of Noiisy Boys. Catherine and Adagio are down. It's just Alpha, and it's your bro is down. Bombardier is falling down as well. This is gonna be an ace. ELITE8 will be able to start pushing this, and this is the beginning of the end for Noiisy Boys.
Beginning of the end. Wow, that was deep. Earlier, Noiisy Boys did have a good plan to slowly diffuse ELITE8 out, but it's so fast that the moment they think they have the advantage, ELITE8 just regrouped and initiated the fight.
They counter-initiated. They went in for the counter-attack, and it paid off for ELITE8. The Black Claw has landed. This is crucial, and this is going to be an ELITE8 take, because as far as I'm concerned, Noiisy Boys, they will try to go for the steal.
Uranophobia at level 12.
Let's see if they'll be able to actually go for the steal. It's actually pretty possible. They just need to Celeste time the attack, but ELITE8 are actually going to go in for the kill. Instead, no, we're going to switch our objectives here. We need to stop Daniel GP from trying to go for the steal. And Rona and Adagio on a 1v1 over there at the Black Claw. Will somebody be able to get it? And Adagio actually steals it for no! Noiisy Boys! It's gonna pay off, hopefully. Black Claw will spawn at the middle of the map. There's just going to be 2 guys left onto the side of Noiisy Boys, but they do have Black Claw pushing, so at least they bought themselves some time. And this is not good for It's Your Bro. It's Your Bro is just really not
1v3.
well. It's a 1v3.
Mortal.
That's a tower killed. At least Noiisy Boys bought themselves some time. But at the same time, is it worth it? That's the question. It's really hard to tell at this point.
It's kind of hard to tell. But Noiisy Boys is doing a great job trying to counter attack ELITE8. However, you can see that ELITE8 is actually closing in on their base, which is really crucial, kind of scary, but we'll see how things will turn out.
Let's see, Honeyegers is actually going to be able to run away there. Satara really don't want to be picked off there. Your team needs you. And right now, that's a double kill onto the side of Official Hind. Adagio and Alpha falls down. Catherine falls down as well. This is it.
This is it. You're right.
This is it. There's the only way. I mean, there's still a possibility of a bounce back. They just Noiisy Boys really just needs to manage how they control the snowball that ELITE8 actually started here. Will they be able to actually convert the kill? That's a question. They take down Hunt Jaegers. They're trying to secure another kill here. Trying to delay the inevitable, but that gauntlet though will assist. That will assist Official Hind in securing the kills, and it's really not looking good for ELITE8 just for this clash. But they are pushing back. Rona jumping into the action. Bombardier dropping pretty low. I Am Try is going to fall down here inevitably. Turning things around. It's really just an ELITE8 sided match here. There's no doubt about it.
I honestly think I Am Try's efforts to actually pick a few enemy teams was ended up to nothing, because he did try, but I'm not sure if it's mistakes caused by Noiisy Boys or it's just that ELITE8 was able to foresee the actions. But whatever that may be, ELITE8 was able to turn things to their favor. Too bad for Noiisy Boys. It was a nice initiate, it was a nice fight while it lasted, but ELITE8 just, you know,
they just didn't have enough damage output. That's the problem with Noiisy Boys. Yeah, we see this now. Sky just dropping down the rain from above, dealing a lot of damage. Right now, they're all bunched up together. Sky will be able to just drop the ultimate there. The ultimate is actually going to be up in 10 seconds, and still nothing much is going to happen here on the side of Noiisy Boys. ELITE8 is just going to be able to wipe it out. Satara and Daniel GP goes down. Everybody else is just going to be forced to hide behind the turrets. Bombardier will have to go back to their main base. This is it. It's just a matter of time.
They're taking it slow. They're taking it slowly but surely. That's the only thing I get from ELITE8 right now. The Black Claw has landed. Of course, they're gonna secure that. Will does Noiisy Boy still have a chance?
Hard to say. It's really hard to say.
It all depends on the team plays, the possible team plays.
Yeah, if their team plays like that, where they just get picked off, there's really nothing they can do there. Sure, they can try to steal Black Claw again, try to delay the inevitable, but there's nothing that they can do. Black Claw will land in the middle lane, they will start pushing, and they will be wiped out here over in this clash. Catherine is going to join in on the fight where they don't have to join in on the fight, and Catherine is on his own, and this is going to be another ace. Catherine, though tanky, I mean, there's just a lot of damage going on for everyone, and that's going to be an ace. Black Claw will start pushing in. This is going to be
again.
GG.
I think if Satara was able to respond earlier, Noiisy Boys could have had at least 1 or 2 kills from ELITE8. Because that, you could see how tanky Satara was. That's like against 3-4 enemy champions. He was able to stay alive for quite a long time. But sadly, he's alone.
He's alone, and there's really nothing he can do alone against 5 people. Unless you're a Taka.
Ooh.
A Taka or a box. I mean, I've done that multiple times in the past. 1v5's
easy.
Easy, especially if it's against bots.
No wonder.
But yeah, this is going to be it.
Yep.
ELITE8 is going to take this. Vainglory Crystal will fall
GG, WP, congratulations to ELITE8.
And ELITE8 just proved that they are the veteran team here. Kudos to Noiisy boys. They did try to put up a good fight. And since this is going to happen multiple times, they can just keep practicing and try to hone their craft.